Even for experienced climbers, this would be a dangerous descent. But Mark has no ropes and has never rock climbed in his life. After camping out for a night close to the Grand Canyon's north rim, 5 Boy Scouts from Utah are about to make their very first descent to the bottom of the canyon. 3 of the boys are close friends.
Is that bacon?
Yeah.
15-year-old Mark Coons has been a scout for 4 years.
Could have done with some of that this morning.
We're saving it for a big breakfast tomorrow.
Scouting was really a big thing for me. I'm an Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank in the Boy Scouting program, and so, you know, it's meant a lot in my life.
Mark is friends with Jordan Weiniger, who goes to the same high school in Bountiful, Utah.
Every one of us boys, we'd grown up in the same neighborhood, gone to school together, and so we were excited to spend some time to bond and to have fun with each other.
It's the biggest canyon on Earth, 18 miles wide and nearly a mile deep in parts. Its sheer size makes it one of the world's most extreme hiking environments.
That's where we're going, all the way.
Whoa. It's amazing. This place is incredible.
Yep, this is it, fellas. The big chute.
The chute is a rocky gully over a mile long, an extreme descent over boulders, loose rock and gravel. Jordan immediately sees how tough this will be.
It was turning into a hike that, you know, was getting a little more dangerous.
2 hours after starting down the chute, the exhausted group reaches the bottom. They've descended over 1,000 feet. Now, there's no going back. The temperature has been climbing all day. It's touching 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
How comes it's so hot?
It's gotta be a freak thing. It'll be cooler tomorrow.
In fact, a freak heat wave has hit the canyon. The temperature's heading for 108 degrees, much hotter than anyone expected.
Lauren had been the year before, and it was hot, but not 110 degrees hot, you know, not cook you alive hot.
We begin to say, gee whiz, am I going to be able to make it down to the river tomorrow? Have I got enough water?
Their obsession with every drop of water is becoming overwhelming.
Hey, Jordan, don't let it boil. It's a waste.
Just gonna heat it a little.
Hey, George, they're much better dry. They're nutritious and delicious. It's like having loads of little worms in your mouth, just wriggling about.
I'm not hungry.
Come on, Mark, you gotta eat something.
I thought it was odd that I wasn't hungry after all that work all day. I don't know if that's some kind of side effect of dehydration or not.
We knew that we had to get up early. We knew that we had to beat the sun, that if we didn't, we knew that we would be in trouble.
But by the time the exhausted group is ready to go, the day is already blisteringly hot.
I know that when we did begin hiking, I don't remember what time it was, but the sun was on us. It was hot.
Guy is struggling most in the unrelenting heat. he's fallen behind the rest of the group.
It was like being in an oven. I was physically exhausted.
Severe dehydration is putting Guy's body under intolerable pressure. Finally, it just gives out.
If you take a deep breath, you know, that sensation that you have where you can feel the oxygen going through your body, I couldn't do that. The best I could do was reach a shallow breath, basically.
Guy! I need some help up here! Can't you get down? I can't. I gotta take a break.
At that point, I began to really question whether I'd ever make it down to the river.
We need to keep going.
Look, we can't just leave him. There's some shade here. We'll sit in the shade and wait for him to catch up. We can't leave him behind.
But Jordan thinks that waiting for Guy could be a fatal mistake.
If we don't go now, we're all gonna die. I'm not just gonna sit here and wait and die.
When Lauren said we needed to wait for Guy, I was mad. I knew that if we didn't leave, that we would die.
What he needs is water. Let's get down to the river and get him some. Come on.
We gotta get down! Get some water! We're coming back! We're coming back with water! Laura, look after the boys!
I had never heard a tone like that in anyone's voice before.
Laura, look after the boys!
That kind of fear or anything like that ever in my life. Just, it changes you when you hear something like that.
After 6 hours tough hiking, they're still a long way from the river. The temperature has climbed to a searing 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Dehydration and exhaustion are taking their toll.
Our bodies became weak very fast. Our pace that we were walking slowed down extremely.
For 71-year-old Lauren Pace, enough is enough.
Laura, are you okay?
Don't fuss. I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, guys. The sun is a killer. There's some shade here. We should wait till it's dark.
We need to go on.
You shouldn't travel in this heat.
We're going.
When we left Lauren and Earl under that rock in the shade, it didn't feel like even a decision at all. It was more like, we have to. I had no idea where I was going, and I'm not a mountaineer or anything like that. But I decided we can't stay here. I took my backpack and I chucked it off the cliff, you know, so I'd hope that I was going to make it down to pick it up again.
Even for experienced climbers, this would be a dangerous descent. But Mark has no ropes and has never rock climbed in his life.
Hey! I can hear it! The river!
I couldn't do again. I think we were all amazed that we were still alive, I guess.
David was leaning against a tree, and I was like, hey, we're almost there, guys. And at that point, David collapsed.
David? Dave? You okay?
Me and Mark went over to him.
Dave.
And I remember seeing Dave's eyes roll back in his head, and his breathing is really jumpy.
Yes.
I got to the river, and I took my bottles and I was filling them up and drinking a little bit. And when I pulled up the water bottle, I could not believe it. I saw 2 big yellow rafts coming around the corner.
Hey! Hey, over here!
David, brother, can you hear me?
What's more, the rafting party is made up of off-duty doctors and paramedics.
Let's get him back down, let's get him wet.
Seemed forever that they were working on him, not knowing if he's gonna make it, not knowing if he'll die.
He's still hypothermic.
It was dark, so I can't really put a time on it, but somewhere around 10 that night, the one that said he was a doctor came over and said, "I'm sorry to inform you, but your friend has just passed away."
Sorry.
And it was a hard experience.
I think it really tore apart our hearts, knowing that our friend was gone.